Yeah, this is O.G to the E, alias Gemini B in the building. Now, I got to talk about self-help books, meditation, and self-help teachers. Like, let's be honest now. I've been meditating for quite a while and listening to self-help books for quite a while and listening to these so-called gurus, even though no one is a motherfucking guru. You're your own guru to yourself. That's SFS style. But today's topic, I'm going to address Mooji. Now, I ain't going far as certain people have been going by saying that he's a cult leader, or the accusations people say about him that he's doing some sort of sexual abuse, or some cult leader like Charles Manson, like he's brainwashing people for a dark cause, or he's trying to convert people into his kingdom. None of that. What's wrong about Moody? Some things that are right. I mean, I think, yeah, by nature, he's probably wants to change people, uh, awaken people. That might be his mission. I'm not too sure. But obviously, he has got an ego, because he does sit there and he has followers, and obviously deep down inside his fucking head, which he does have thoughts, he would love having people just sat there listening to him. Like, you're not allowed to speak over him. You're not the fucking one who's speaking. You're not the one who's giving the speech. You're not the main character there. He's the main character. That's why he calls himself Mooji Baba, because he thinks he is the man of this satsang. So satsang is a believable, is a corporation, and obviously he charges money for it, even though he puts his stuff on YouTube for free. I won't waste your motherfucking time going all the way to fucking India or anywhere like that, Portugal or wherever, to listen to him, as well as Sir Rama Maharshi, that he learnt everything from. So what he's saying is nothing new. All his shit has been said from years since the Buddha, since Tao Te Ching and all that shit. Now, I'm no Buddhist. I take some of that, like Bruce Lee said, I obtain what is useful from that shit and discard what is useless. And what is useless about what Mooji is, something is useful, like, yeah, being in the present moment, and it's great. You know what I'm saying? It's recognizing everything, just being quiet in your mind and being in the present moment, and it's great. But you have to, sometimes the outside environment contributes to that. If you're strong enough inside there, you gotta put work in. Like, you gotta know he's saying simple shit, basically, that's not getting you anywhere. You're saying you are not the mind, the isness. Basically, you are, a lot of people say you're the watcher of your thoughts and all that, which I like, because some days it does help me being the silent witness to thoughts, especially if the thoughts that I don't fucking want. But we all have thoughts, and by trying to get rid of them, you make them worse. And sometimes people get the wrong idea and will use it like they use drugs. If you just say drop everything, that's gonna be like, alright, I'll drop everything. And then what you turn out as? A crackhead, a fucking smackhead. You see him every fucking day, don't you? Like, if you drop everything and don't care about anything, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Them type of people, you see, fucking alcoholics, crackheads, you know, people that are just fucked up, you know. So at the end of the day, that's what it is. If you drop everything, I mean, what is there? You got to do something. I mean, you misinterpret it, because obviously you do some things, but the thing is about Mooji is the truth. You ain't the truth, motherfucker. I'm telling you that for now. And certain people you ain't gonna reach. Because people have a fucking mind of their own, and the mind does exist. I mean, you won't be anything without the mind. I know my mind's a bit fucked because of all the fucking drugs I've done in the motherfucking past. Like, I'm trying to get clean off that shit. That's why I've been going on to meditation and so-called mindfulness and shit like that. I mean, I'm not dissing it and saying, no, don't do it. But at the end of the day, you got to put work in. You can't just expect to listen to some of these things and then you're going to be enlightened. And you can't put any effort in. You got to eat right. You got to do exercise. You know, sometimes you've got to be in right circumstances. You know, you don't want to be, you know, if you're growing up in a bad place, like I've been through bad shit where there's drugs all around you, motherfuckers are, you know, coming at your door and wanting fucking fight you and shit like that. Like I've been through. And, you know, you got to watch your back every fucking day. You know, you owe some motherfuckers money. You know that type of lifestyle. You're in jail. If Mooji or any of these self-help teachers in any of them situations where they were threatened with physical violence around the corner, or just stressful situations like, you know, growing up in a stressful environment, which none of them have. They've all been to university, they've all got college degrees, they haven't been on the streets, they haven't done, you know, they haven't been exposed to any of that fucking shit. So it's easy for them to say this, like, yes, everything is okay. I mean, drop everything. No matter what it is, it will be okay. Listen, man, that is just some bullshit. Someone there sitting praying to God saying, okay, God, I'm praying for Jesus to come down. So, can I take your car? And I say, yeah, Jesus will get me another one. Okay, I'll fucking take your car then. Thanks. I mean, the shit I like about it, like attachment, because a lot of things that cause me stress is being attached to things and all that. And this whole Western culture about, you know, I don't say the ego, because what I interpret the ego is someone who's full of themselves, or someone who's the victim. Like, we all go through different stages of thoughts, you know, moods, and sometimes you're going to be in a bad mood and you're going to be like, fuck all that shit, fuck all that motherfucking bullshit. But at the end of the day, it's the spiritual shit that, you know, you don't know what there is, you know. You can't say the isness, like, can it get hungry? No. Like he says, is it born? Can it die? Can it be hungry? Like that one, can it be hungry? Well, yeah, because we need to fucking eat to fucking live, don't we? So obviously you've got to be fucking hungry. It's just nature to be fucking hungry. I mean, can it get depressed? Yeah, it can. Life can fucking throw shit at you. The point is you got to put exercise in, and people like Wim Hof, which is a good one. If you push yourself, and instead of letting fear come to you, go to the fucking fear, then you know, gradually you'll conquer it. But all this bullshit about being enlightened and all that is good when you're in a good place. Like, if you're out in nature, it's easy to be like that. It's a great feeling, like, just to drop everything and just look at things around you and all that. And the Zen approach to everything, it's great. I wish I could do that shit. But the problem is with media is a lot of people ain't getting it. And I sometimes think I'm getting it, but I ain't getting it. You know. So I think people go too far though, and to say that he's responsible for this and that, and people committing suicide, whatever. I mean, people are just disappointed because basically they're obsessed with him, thinking he's some sort of guru. No, he's just a fucking man, like anyone else. He's just a fucking man. He's no one special. You know, so you shouldn't be taking the guy seriously, just like Eckhart Tolle or anything like that. Listen to the words, obtain what is useful, but discard what is useless, like Bruce Lee always said. You're your own fucking person, have your own fucking beliefs. Like Satsang, that's a belief, innit? Just like Islam or Christianity. And a lot of these religious people do abuse their positions and do like put them into some sort of cult and ritual. It's been going on since the fucking Hadfields and McCoys, where they brainwash people, and then next thing you know, they've got little kids fucking sucking on their dick and fucking dirty fucking shit like that, sexually abusing them, got them all under the spell, you know. Like Charles Manson and got his followers to kill people. Christian priests sexually abused their followers. They have him brainwashed, thinking he's the savior, and then he abuses all of them. And a lot of these teachers, they make money off that as well. It's the money. Like you got to pay money to go all the way to fucking see these people. They don't do it for free, so they're not helping out, are they? Because if they really want to help, they'll be going to communities or people that need that motherfucking shit, people with mental problems, people that need that motherfucking help, and do it for free. And talk to them for free. Maybe get a little bit of insight. I mean, nothing wrong with that insight, but the isness and drop everything and you're not speaking the truth and I am the truth. That's another form of ego, motherfucker. So you're just contradicting yourself by saying you're the truth, because there ain't no fucking truth in life. I mean, Alan Watts says that totally well. That's why Alan Watts is probably one of my favourites people to listen to, because Alan Watts will say there ain't no fucking truth. What truth is what you perceive. Everyone is different. You can't say we're all one, because we're not. Everyone thinks in a different way. Everyone sees things in a different way. You know, you're not gonna like certain people. I mean, there's people that will push your fucking buttons and make me want to fucking smash your fucking face in. And so, you know, and I might. I have done in the past. I've been involved in a lot of fights. Now I go to MMA, so I'm a bit more chilled out, and that's very good therapy for me. But meditation, I've been doing that a lot. I mean, at first it was something new, so it was like it was good. But now I don't know, just sitting there and not thinking. I'm getting stiff, like my bones and all that shit are getting stiff and all that. I don't know what if anyone suffers from that. It's like tension there and shit like that. When I try and meditate, like don't feel like I'm breathing properly. Like I know I'm breathing, because obviously I wouldn't be alive if I weren't breathing. But what I'm saying is, um, it's, sometimes it's just not working for me. I feel like I'm wasting my motherfucking time doing all this shit. When, you know, it's like saying, oh, believe in this, and, you know, sit back and just let the universe help you. And then, oh, nice things will come to you, like a nice fit girl will just be shagging me right now. I'll have a nice car and all that shit. Like, I want that, you know, and just a clear fucking mind, you know. And sometimes, like, how can you do that sometimes when once you're having a bad day, you're having a bad day. Like, I think I've worked it out, like, if something affects you and you let it manifest in your head for about an hour, you're gonna have a bad day. I mean, it's good to get up in the morning and do meditation and all that and get some exercise. Exercise very important, and the way you eat and having enough sleep very important. Because how can you be in the present if you don't have enough sleep? Because you're gonna be like not you know you're focused, you the way your coordination is, the way you process things is gonna be way off. You know, I only had 2 hours sleep last night, so my processing now is a bit you know, a bit, you know, feeling a bit cloudy and a bit in cloud 19, you know, a bit spaced out of it a little bit, you know. So you get them feelings like, the tiredness, the irritableness, and it's not about. You got to get into it like there's a subconscious mind and a conscious mind. So there's two different things. The conscious is the awareness, which is you're aware of everything, what's around you. You chill the alpha brainwave state, or the beta brainwave state, which is higher, large, where you're stressed out and you're cloudy, or you got the dull state where you're tired, you've wasted all your energy and you just feel like fucking crap and just totally disconnected from the world and everything. And I mean, some people will take these teachers and they'll tell you to drop everything. So when you do that, you feel you just feel out of it. You feel like, all right, I'm not gonna take on anything. You know, I'm just gonna be a dropout. And you're not, like these Buddhists and other people like that, these religious people expect some miracle to come to them. It doesn't work like that, man. You have to fucking do something, and this is what they need to say. They need to get more into the science aspect of it. Like, what triggers your negativity, what triggers you to be out the present. Because once you know that, what triggers it, certain things trigger it. And then once you get triggered into that bad mood, what happens is then a lot of thoughts from the past come up, which you don't want in the past, especially if you've so called a fucked up past. And I mean, some people are just unreachable. Some people are psychos and sociopathic motherfuckers. And they don't give a fuck. How nice you are. They'll take all your shit, kill your family, kill you, whatever. I've been around them. They don't give a fuck. I mean, crackheads out there will just kill their own mum to get the next fucking hit. I've been around them. You know. There's a lot of fucked up shit, and they haven't been around it. So if they was around being in a crack house or in a prison or around gangs and all that shit, around fucking whole houses and all that fucked up shit that goes on, in the wrong parts of town where a lot of shit's going on, then they would not be present. It would get to them. If you've seen the SAS Who Dares Wins, put him through that. I'd love to see him get put through that test, that interrogation test that they have in the SAS, where they do the mind fucking with you, where they put you in a stress position and interrogate you. I mean, these people, they'd crumble. And what needs to happen, I'm not saying I'm speaking the truth because I'm probably speaking bullshit, because this is what this SFS shit is about. I believe SFS for motherfucking life, so put fingers down if you believe I'm talking shit, which I probably am. But yeah, a lot of things need to be better with, people, society and mental health, and, you know, people that have got mental health problems can't really deal with certain stressful situations, and they need the more or learning disabilities. Them type of people need that enlightenment more than your so-called normal people. There's such thing as normal, and people that are struggling in life, they need that. And you need to reach them, and you need to do it in a proper way, like discard, obtain what is useful and discard what is useless. But and like Mooji's just not like speaking to enough people. Like, if he wants to be real, he needs to go to a bad community or someone with problems, and you know talk to them, and stop saying it's all in the mind and all that shit. Because at the end of the day, who's talking? Well, obviously I'm experiencing it. You know what I mean, and you would experience it if you were in my shoes, or yeah, you would. fucked up, you know what I'm saying? You experience it. So the spiritual shit, man, is just it's dead, man. This religious shit is dead, man. You know, fuck religion. Religion is bullshit. It brainwashes you and always does. Every single religion, not picking on a certain one, is. And this whole thing about God, you are one with, that is just bullshit. To be honest with you, God, not in a physical way, or if he exists, we don't know for a fact that he does or doesn't, right? I'm not saying I'm an atheist or believe in God. What I'm saying is, if he does exist, obviously, then part of his personality is the devil. Because there's hell on this earth, and if there's the afterlife, he sends you to hell. So he runs hell. And that's so part of his personality, so he's the devil. So what he says, Satan, no, what's how Satan, that Satan has got nothing to do with it. Satan is the, what I believe. Now I don't give a fuck what anyone believes, right? I'm going to tell them my belief, and this is my truth, is the freedom. Because Satan left God because God was fucking up shit, and God was as powerful as Satan was, got as just as powerful as God, and he wanted to go his own way and thought his God's rigid control of this world and this universe, and what he wanted to do is like he wanted like certain things to be good and then certain things to be bad, instead of people having free will, setting all these rules up. And Satan was like, everyone should be a god within themselves and have their own essence and soul and have their own kind of heaven, and have their own way of being and not follow off any tradition and just be their own, see what they see and be their own god, as long as they stay true to themselves. Whatever they do, because a lot of shit, we do shit, we make mistakes, and that's just life, man. It's fucked up, man. It is. We've got no time to be feeling, you know guilty about certain shit. I mean, a lot of shit, bad things have happened to me, and I've done a lot of bad things myself. You can't dwell on that shit, because that'll just fuck you up as well. But Satan is the one, in my opinion, if there's this spirituality, because God lets a lot of bullshit happen in this world. And how can people like the Kardashians or other people are living these luxury lives where everything's great, and then you have people starving and people eating each other up, cannibalizing each other, and fucking people crackheads strung out on crack, just living hellish fucking lives. I mean, it don't make sense. So Satan is basically the one that's telling you, don't rely on God. If you're not having the life and you believe in God and God's not getting you anywhere and he's not doing anything for you, then forget about God. Go the other way. Go to the real guy, which is Satan, which ain't the devil, is independent. So Satan is the person, is not a person, but he's a guy who say, no, I'm not your God, and I do not control you. You have to be in control of yourself, and you follow your own path. And I'll be all for what you want to do, what path you want to follow, but you got to be true to yourself, and not follow off any tradition like God does. So all these self-help teachers are mentioning these things about fucking God and Jesus and all that motherfucking shit, and that's what puts me off them. Like when Mooji says, "Oh, God is not," mentioning God and then Jesus and all this Christianity and other people, Hinduism and all that. When it comes to that, then I just switch off. I'm like, fuck off, man. Because now you're just like any other religious person. You're trying to convert me into some fucking bullshit that ain't true. that ain't for me. You know, so saying he's the truth is bullshit because he ain't the truth. So that's the only thing. But all these allegations against him, no man, he dude does his thing. Like I'm not gonna get at him. You know, he's sat zang, but at the end of the day, he's got to know that he knows he's got an ego. He knows he enjoys people who sit in front of him, whether he's helping them or not. He obviously, if he didn't have that, I'd say, Mooji, you're not having that anymore. I'm gonna take that away from you. You're just gonna live in a council flat or whatever. Then I don't think he would be very spiritual and all this other shit. You know, I think he'd be affected by it. But you know, you know, he hasn't been through nothing. I've heard about his life and all that. You know, he did art. He's had a normal life. He hasn't been through anything. And I'm not disrespecting that, but he hasn't been exposed to certain dark shit. So we cannot get into the mindset of that. And I'm all for the presence and, you know, just the peace. I love it because I hate the chaos. I've had enough of all of it, man. All the fighting I used to do and all the drugs and just the chaotic life and all these fucked up thoughts that I have. But you got to do it on your own, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't rely on someone else to do that because they're just words. So all he's doing is feeding your subconsciousness. He's not making you conscious because he's just feeding your subconscious. So he's just giving you ideas. He just might be planting a little bit of seed, but the rest, you need to be conscious and live it. Actually live it. Don't think about Mooji or anything like that. Don't think of him as your fucking guru or, you know, you some like save you. He ain't. Don't have pictures of him and all that like some people do with celebrities. No. Like the realest guy I've listened to that is the most, one of the realest is Bruce Lee because he says how it is. Obtain, the best quote is, obtain what is useful, discard what is useless. So some of Mooji's stuff is useful, but some of it is useless. Especially the isness and the whole fucking things about God and he's the truth and all that and who's speaking to who and it's that type of thing is a riddle, man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, who's that's doing that? I mean, you know, I don't understand. You know, it's me. You know, it's the mind. If you didn't have a mind, then you wouldn't be able to function. Your mind and your body are connected. There ain't anything outside of that. I mean, there might be your so-called essence, but at the end of the day, there's no proof of that. What you got to do is try and control your mind. Be in control of the uncontrolled, because everything out there and even your thoughts, you're not in control of a lot of time. But if you be in control of the uncontrolled, then sometimes you can be free and just see them thoughts from a distance, like look at yourself from a distance. But you are yourself and you should take pride in yourself. No matter how fucked up you look or whatever you do, man. Be yourself, you know. And this whole compassion thing is fucked up because you can't show compassion to people in this world. I mean, only if they show compassion. It works both ways because people take your kindness for weakness. So, you know, compassion works both ways. If people are compassionate towards you, you give it them back. Like compassionate to you that help you. You can't be compassionate to everyone in the world. That'd be crazy. How could you do that? That's fucking too much information. Compassion and shit like that. You know, it's like a lot of bullshit in the world. If I thought about everything bad in the world, man, I'd fucking lose my head. Because there's so much bad things that are happening, you know. You gotta just, you can't help anyone until you help yourself. But the point is, Mooji ain't gonna help you. He might plant a seed to do it, but a lot of these people that are putting bullshit out about him is because, like me, they're not 24/7 enlightened. They're still having thoughts, and they're not really getting what he's saying or shit like that. But a lot of it is bullshit what he's saying. Like, no one is perfect. So he's a human being. Like, we are beings, yeah, and there's a human side, and there's the being side. The being side's not personal, yeah, I know that. But he's just like anyone else. And that's all I got to say is you know, you can't rely on him. And people that put videos out there about him, is it because they haven't got it? And I ain't got it. And a lot of people don't get it because what he's saying is so simple. It's just like making a piece of toast. It's like nothing intellectual about anything what he's saying. It's all, but the isness is like, it confuses you because you're like, what the fuck is that? I mean, you know, I mean before I was born, but I am born now on my farm. Even though I can be formless, fuck time, fuck everything about that shit. I know all about that shit. And when I smoke weed, that fuck, I forget everything. Everything just take, fuck the world, you know what I mean? Just I see the world in a total different way. Like nothing, I don't give a fuck about anything. So really, what you need to say is, I don't give a fuck. Whatever's going on, I don't give a fuck. This is what is, this is what happening. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. But at the same time, you gotta, there's things you gotta do because chemically, if you're fucked up in the head, if you're taking loads of drugs and putting shit in your system, not getting enough exercise, you're not living the right type of lifestyle. You're around people that are bringing you the fuck down, and all that shit. It's gonna affect you mentally. It's going to. That's just a fact. If you're doing what you like, or you're in a peaceful place, and you're getting exercise and having a right diet, having enough sleep, then the more present you're gonna be. So what he's saying is just total BS. When you say you can do that in any situation, no, you can't. Some situations you are chemically unbalanced. You can't. And you just have to accept that.